Hello, and welcome to the December edition of Tiger Broadcast. I'm Aaliyah Rowland.
And I'm Micaiah Clayton. And on this edition of Tiger Broadcast, we'll take a closer look at what one LSHS alum is up to.
We will also take a look at one student's hidden talent.
Stay tuned for all this and more on this edition of Tiger Broadcast. Lee McKeegan, Miller J. Fields, Charles David Hartman, and Lowenstein. Many families around Lee Summit enjoy spending time at these LS parks. What many don't know is a new addition to the parks has made communicating easier for all who visit. Reporter Aaliyah Rowland and photographer Lauren Tripsis explain.
Prompted by a service award that encouraged them to pursue a project that had a positive effect on their community, Girl Scout Troop 3642 decided to do something that would raise awareness for a group they felt was underrepresented.
So in Girl Scouting, the Silver Award is the second highest award that you can earn, and the purpose is to leave a lasting impact. And so in brainstorming ideas, this is kind of where they landed.
The girls decided to make it their mission to find a way to get their American Sign Language signs into parks around Lee Summit.
We kept talking to people, getting the word out, and then we had to meet with the Parks Board. At first, I had never really thought of reaching out to like a Parks Board member. That always just kind of seemed like too high up for me. And so when Ms. Bobo was talking about this, I was like, I don't think that's going to happen. But then it did happen.
So not only will it be beneficial for children who use sign language to have those signs and be able to communicate with their peers, but also kids are so curious and they love to learn. And our hope is that little kids will just think it's fun to learn to spell their own name with sign language letters.
Pushes for ASL education in Lee Summit didn't stop with Jessica Bobel's troop. Senior Bailey Rigg found her passion in sign language education.
I kind of stumbled on it. I found it when I was kind of bored, just wanted to learn something new, and found that I picked it up really quickly. I actually want to be an American Sign Language interpreter. So today's percentages, more deaf kids are being born to hearing parents, and they don't really have access to language and communication because they're unaware of it. So I want to be able to help those families and be able to teach the parents how to communicate with their children.
From a Girl Scout troop looking to make a lasting impact on their community, to a high school senior who wanted to find a productive use of her time, students in Lee Summit are making huge strides in raising awareness for one community.
It's in the top 5 most used languages in the US, so it's right up there with English and just under Spanish. A few signs aren't hard to learn, even just the alphabet, and it will come in handy at some point.
Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Aaliyah Rowland. How often do you stop and think about the work that goes into making sure Lee Summit High School's more than 1,000 students have lunch every day? Cafeteria staff have a tough job, and this school year has been even more difficult than most. Reporter Micaiah Clayton and photographer Kira Wilburn give us a closer look on why next time you see a member of the cafeteria staff, you might offer a thank you.
Ever been in chemistry trying to focus on the periodic table? You're not alone. Just about every day, students are using brain power to learn, but many struggle focusing when they're hungry.
There have been 2 instances so far this year where I haven't been able to get lunch. Trying to learn on an empty stomach is not such an easy thing to do.
Students can go to the cafeteria to get food both in the morning and at lunch, but when they get there, sometimes there's not enough food for everyone.
What I don't like are the shortages this year, staffing shortages, food shortages, not having a dock in the back. It's made it hard for deliveries.
I think we have a supply chain issue based off of COVID, and we're still trying to, work those kinks out somewhere across the nation.
Grape Uncrustables have been hard to get. Chicken nuggets are on back order. It's little things like that, but trying to substitute in like popcorn chicken.
According to Forbes Advisor, free lunches are being offered to kids for the 2021-22 school year, meaning Ms. Cook and her staff are feeding more kids than usual. Students not having lunch is a concern. However, other problems have surfaced in the lunchroom.
I think there's more immature behavior. There's more food throwing, which I haven't really witnessed since middle school days. There's a lot more cursing and cussing and rudeness. A lot of kids are unable to throw away their trash. We got some chair pushing in issues, which we always have, but it's been worse this year.
We got a brand new freezer this year with the remodel. It is full to the gills because the freezer was built for old numbers and we're feeding twice as many children as what we used to. You can fit so much in there and then you're stumbling over stuff and it becomes a hazard for employees.
Even with the shortages, it does not change how hard Ms. Cook and her staff work every day.
We only do about 400 breakfasts a day and that takes us about an hour. Lunches takes us 3 hours at least. That's from start to the end of lunch shift to prepare because we're doing 1,300 to 1,500 meals a day.
At the end of the day, all that hard work pays off.
I love it because there are a lot of occasions that the kids will come by and say thank you for what you do and we appreciate it.
It's a good lesson to be respectful as possible when things aren't perfect. Try to be grateful for what you do have, and certainly the lunch ladies can't control supply. They can just control getting it out there hot as best they can.
So maybe the next time you're in the lunchroom, say thank you, pick up some trash, or push in a chair or two. Signing out for Tiger Broadcast, I'm Micaiah Clayton. Many Lee Summit High School students know Jalen Johnson for his athleticism on the field, the court, and the track. What many students don't know about is his success on the mat. Reporter Paige Gregory and photographer Sophia Ayer tell us his story in this next package.
Some Lee Summit High School students have heard and seen senior Jalen Johnson play football. His coaches and teammates think he's a great player and an even better teammate.
Jalen's a great leader and a tremendously hard worker. So those are really exciting characteristics for us because he was able to lead our team this year. And really, besides just being a great football player, he's a great person and a great young man.
Actually playing football is great, but I don't know, the bonds that you build with teammates and stuff, getting to be around those guys every day, getting to be around the coaches every day, you kind of get like a second family.
Jalen has spent most of his life playing on the field, but as it turns out, Jalen has tackled an entirely different sport.
At first, I was kind of against it. I didn't really want to. I started thinking about it, and I was like, it's my senior year, and what can I lose from it?
Maybe in a couple years, if I look back and I didn't do it, I may regret it.
Regrets aside, Jalen soon figured out that participating in competitive cheer had some pretty solid benefits.
I don't know, I just kind of the team aspect of it. Everybody works together, everybody trusts each other.
He's learned a lot of skills, partner stunning skills and tumbling skills, things that very good athletes have the ability to do and rarely know it.
It takes a lot more athletic ability than most people think. I don't know, just a lot of different small things. My body's changed a little bit, my endurance has gotten a lot better. I've gotten stronger from it. It's really helped build me as an athlete.
Jalen's strength and determination make it easy for him to not only stand out as an athlete, but also a person.
He has wonderful work ethic. He works hard. He's a goal achiever. Something is set before him, and he does everything in his power and to achieve that goal. Something that's, I greatly respect. And probably on top of all of that, he's a very good person.
It's clear to see that no matter what field Jalen is on, he will make a difference. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast, this is Paige Gregory.
Just about every high school graduate's goal is to be successful. One LSHS alumni had the same idea, but found his success off the field rather than on it. Reporter Osahana Bevwin and photographer Landon Moutre and Cooper Hart find out why in this next segment.
Becoming a professional in any sport is a dream many high school kids have in common. But as Lee Summit alumni Austin Pace's career fell short, he found light at the start of a new career.
There's nothing better, nothing more fulfilling than getting someone a scholarship, seeing someone run a faster 40 time. Actually, the funny thing is I went to school for business, and for me when I really knew I wanted to do this, it was my freshman year when I kind of had that realization. I started to realize how much modern sports science has really started to change the industry. And so I started becoming a test rat for myself, and I became the most athletic I had ever been, vertical 40, doing all these things that I knew I could do, but I just didn't know how to get there.
Austin isn't the only person who believes in his work. Currently, Summit High School student and Mizzou commit Max Weiser can vouch for his training full-heartedly.
I think Austin's very passionate about everything he does with training, and I do believe that he is very certified in what he does, and I think he does have a lot of knowledge that may surpass some other teachers or other trainers. I think everything that I do now is a result of his training. I think a lot of my success is also a result of his training. He can impact you in any way. So I would describe the gym, it's like a party going on while you're working out, but you know, it's very high intense. A lot of trainers that are motivators at his gym, and you know, it's not just Austin there.
While athletes were partying at the gym, Austin was hosting a gym party of sorts on social media. These parties became a big part of Austin's success.
And I had been on Instagram and YouTube and had a podcast, and I knew that timing matters. So my sister actually was the one that told me about TikTok. And I typed in like fitness, bicep curl, just basic stuff, and I realized that the posts that were coming up for those hashtags, like there was no good content being created in the fitness world. So yeah, my first post using like hashtags got over like 8 million views or something. I don't know, you scroll down, it was crazy.
It's clear to see Austin is well on his way to achieving his dream. The doors of AM Sports Performance are always welcoming new athletes. Reporting for Tiger Broadcast.
Look at that chin.
So you don't want airtime on this, do you?
No, not on your first step at all.
I'm Osahano Bevlin.
Thank you for tuning into this edition of Tiger Broadcast. For packages and more, visit tigerbroadcast.com.
Or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at TBTV8Tigers. Once again, I'm Aaliyah Rowland.
And I'm Micaiah Clayton. See you next time, Tigers.